Okay, we're going to show you 4 mobility drills today that you can integrate in a bunch of different ways in your daily lives. Obviously, first and foremost, we use these as part of our warm-ups before exercise, but by that same token, you can use them at the end of the day if you've been sitting at a computer all day. You can do them on your lunch break if you're looking to kind of break the monotony of being in one posture all day. And it's really, really important to add this amplitude to your daily lives. So we're going to take you through the demonstrations with Chris's help here. We're going to start off with something called a wall hip flexor mobilization. You'll notice he's going to go down to a lunge position, using the wall as kind of a brace to hold him in the right posture. He's going to go hand right down to his foot and rock forward, taking the heel to the butt as he goes along. So as he does this, he's extending his hip and he's flexing his knee. So he's stretching muscles that cross both joints throughout a full range of motion. You'll notice as he rocks through there, he's got a chin that's tucked, and basically his entire torso to his leg is a nice straight line. So rock forward, trying to take that heel to your butt. As you get to that front position, try to squeeze your glute a little bit. You'll find a stretch in the front of your hip and all the way down your quad. Some people may not have the flexibility to get to this position, so for those individuals, we'll just keep the foot down on the ground and we'll just do the hip portion and rock right along. Typically do sets of 8 per side, and then we'll progress right on to our next exercise. We're going to do a supine bridge with reach. Okay? In this position, you'll notice Chris, it's about a 90-degree angle at his knees. And all he's going to do is he's going to push through his heels and bridge right up. Okay, so in that top position, he's going to squeeze his glutes and then just kind of do a reach. Okay, we usually alternate sides. We'll go 6 per side. As he bridges up, we're trying to keep that lower back out of the motion. Instead, he should feel it in his butt and maybe a little bit in his hamstrings. But you'll notice for some people, the toes will come up off the ground, and that can help keep their weight back a little bit. As he bridges up, he's going to brace his core and he's going to focus on rotating through that upper back. So we're trying to build some mobility in what we call his thoracic spine, or his upper back, while that core stays stable. All right? So we're going to roll over onto our stomach here. For our next exercise, yoga push-ups. All right? So it's a regular push-up in that bottom position. As he gets to the top, he's going to shoot his hips back up nice and tall. You'll notice his head stays right in line with his body. The chin is tucked. He's basically getting a little bit of full shoulder flexion. He's getting some upper back mobility. He's getting a stretch on his calves, a little stretch on his hamstrings, and then he comes back down, does a regular push-up, maintaining that neutral spine, comes back up, pushes his hips back. A lot of people will do this exercise with a lot of excessive arching in the low back. We don't want that. We want to keep that nice straight line. Okay? If you're someone who doesn't have the adequate strength to do a good push-up, just don't go all the way down. Come back to that top position, shoot all the way up, and then for you it might look something just like this, and then you come right back up. So we're still building some good core stability in the process. All right? So that's a yoga push-up. Last one we're going to show you is something called a walking Spiderman with hip lift and overhead reach. In this case, we're not going to do the walking version just because we want to keep it nice and stationary so you can still see it on camera, but in normal scenario you might be walking for it. So here's your Spiderman. You'll notice Chris is kind of stepping out to the side here, using his elbow to push that knee out and get a little bit of a groin stretch. From that position where he's maintained a good posture, he's going to shoot his hip up, get a big stretch on his hamstrings. He's going to drop back down in, and then he's going to reach with that opposite arm to really open up his upper back and get a big stretch in his pec. So let's go ahead and go through another one on the other side here. So lunge down in, push that knee out, good posture here, shoots that hip up tall, drops back down in, reaches with that hand, follows his hand with his eyes to make sure that he's moving at his upper back and not just his shoulder. Okay? So on those, we'll typically go with a set of 5 per side. All right? So there's 4 exercises that you can add quick and easy for your warm-up. It's probably 2 minutes of total work at the reps that I outlined today, and it should make a big difference in how you feel and how you move.